Vietnam by Motorbike, Coastline Adventures, and Ancient Cities. Riding a motorbike through the remote mountain ranges of northern Vietnam on the Ha Giang Loop is about as good as it gets when searching for an off-the-beaten-path adventure. We had heard bits and pieces about this extreme motorbike loop and knew we had to check it out for ourselves when visiting Vietnam. In a world of chasing the perfect Instagram photo guilty, it is getting more and more difficult to find authentic cultural experiences. However, the Ha Giang Loop is a wonderful opportunity to get off the beaten path and experience the real Vietnam. Riding around this remote circuit allows you to gain an unprecedented glimpse into the lives of the local communities and ethnic minorities that live here. It was fascinating to see the local people dressed in their multicolored traditional, whereas they spent the day hard at work in the fields. Their hard-working nature was evident on the stooped older generations, permanently bent at the waist from years of intense labor and subjecting their back to heavy loads. This whole trip gave us an intriguing insight into a world that seemed far removed from our fast-paced Western lifestyles and also felt like a world away from our 2 days in Hanoi. The Ha Giang Loop in Vietnam is roughly a 375-kilometer circuit that winds through valleys and mountain peaks alongside the border of neighboring China. Crazy roads, friendly locals, and epic mountain views all combine to create one of the best adventures in Vietnam. If riding a motorbike through some of the most stunning landscapes in Southeast Asia for 4 days sounds like your sort of jam, then check out our itinerary and travel guide for completing the Ha Giang Bike Loop. Check out our Southeast Asia packing list for a guide on what to pack for your Vietnam adventure. Disclaimer: this post may contain affiliate links, meaning we receive a small commission if you make a purchase at no extra cost to you. This will never impact our reviews, and we only recommend products and services we firmly believe in. Thanks for your support. Jump ahead to Ha Giang Loop at a glance. Day 1, Ha Giang toIen Minh, 90 kilometers. Day 2,Ien Minh to Dong Van, 85 kilometers. Day 3, Dong Van to Du Gia, 95 kilometers. Day 4, Du Gia to Ha Giang, 100 kilometers. River through the mountains on the Ha Giang motorbike tour. Getting to Ha Giang from Hanoi. Most people will come to the Ha Giang Loop from Hanoi. The easiest and cheapest way to reach Ha Giang from Hanoi is to take a bus. Buses tend to leave in the morning, and there are also sleeper buses which leave later in the evening. Journey time from Hanoi to Ha Giang is about 7 to 8 hours. We booked all of our transport in Vietnam through Bookaway, as we found them to always be the cheapest option. Check out timetables and book your tickets to Ha Giang. From Chao Bang. If you headed north to visit Ban Jayak Waterfall as we did, then you will need to travel from Chao Bang to Ha Giang. This journey takes around 10.5 hours via taxi and 2 buses. The first bus leaves from Chao Bang bus station at 5:15 a.m. To reach the bus station, you will need to take a taxi from your accommodation to the bus station. From Chao Bang Eco Homestay, where we stayed in Chao Bang, it took around 15 minutes and cost us 100,000 VND for US dollars and 30 cents. This bus arrives in Bao Lam at 10:45 a.m. and costs 120,000 VND, 5 US dollars and 17 cents per person. The second bus leaves Bao Lam at 12 p.m. and arrives in Ha Giang around 3:45 p.m. Tickets for this bus journey cost 100,000 VND for US dollars and 30 cents per person. These are local buses, and tickets cannot be bought online beforehand. From Sapa, buses from Sapa to Ha Giang are less frequent. They run twice in the morning, at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m., and once in the evening at 8 p.m. Journey time to Ha Giang is approximately 6 to 7 hours. You can book your tickets in advance here. Ma Pai Lung Viewpoint in northern Vietnam. Getting around the Ha Giang motorbike loop. Option 1, drive yourself. There are several ways to enjoy your Ha Giang tour. The first, and in our opinion the best option, is to rent a motorbike and drive yourself. This gives you total freedom to follow your own itinerary and plan your own route on a tour like this one. The freedom to stop when and where you like, take a detour that piques your interest, and immerse yourself amongst the locals is all part of the adventure. It also allows you to extend your trip if you are having a blast and want to see more of northern Vietnam. Motorbike versus scooter. When renting a bike for the loop, it is recommended to take a semi-automatic motorbike rather than an automatic scooter. The semi-automatic bike is actually much better for the mountain roads, as you can drop to lower gears for the steep uphill sections. And you can also use engine braking on long downhill sections to ensure you don't overheat the brake pads. Do not be too concerned if you have never driven a motorbike. Prior to the loop, we had a lot of experience on scooters, but neither of us had ever ridden a semi-automatic motorbike. The semi-automatic was quite simple and straightforward. After a quick lesson from the rental shop, we felt comfortable on the bike and ready for the loop. That being said, if you are not comfortable riding a motorbike, it is possible to complete the loop on a scooter. We met a couple along the route who were on 2 scooters. Their biggest complaint was that their hands got sore from hand braking rather than using their foot. Rice Terraces seen from a Hajong bike loop. Option 2, hire a driver. Some people may not feel comfortable driving on these roads as they can be quite sketchy. In the span of 4 days, we met 10 different people who were in minor accidents while on the loop. This is not to deter you, but to give you a heads up that these roads can be difficult and dangerous and should only be ridden if you're completely confident. If you still want the motorbike experience, but are not confident in your own skills, you can hire a local driver and you can sit on the back as a passenger. This is called an easy rider and gives you a similar experience without the worries of driving yourself. Ask your hotel about organizing an easy rider to complete the loop. How dangerous is it driving here? Honestly, we'd have to say it's one of the more dangerous roads we have ever driven on. At our hostel each night, there were several people with road rash scrapes along their arms and legs after having minor crashes. Our aim isn't to try and scare you away from doing the loop. It is just to make you aware of how dangerous it is. We were run off the road on one occasion by a car that came around a blind corner on our side of the road. It is just so unpredictable here, and the roads are even worse when it is wet. We don't usually worry about danger when we head off on an adventure, but the sheer number of people that have accidents here made us want to mention it. Just be prepared to go slow and keep an eye out for crazy drivers. If you are confident in your abilities and drive sensibly, you should have no worries. It is important to have good travel insurance, and keep in mind, not all companies cover motorbike accidents. We recommend World Nomads and use them for all our travels. In order to be fully covered, most travel insurance companies require that you are properly licensed for riding a scooter. Crazy roads on the Hajong motorbike loop. Where to rent motorbike and rental cost. There are quite a few places that rent motorbikes in Hajong, including most of the hostels and hotels.